In this segment, we want to look at some terms to describe functions, and just to make sure that we're all on the same page, we're going to go through some very basic definitions here. And they really are pretty intuitive. The first group of terms is increasing, decreasing, and constant. And what's important to remember when we're using these, we're referring to graphs as we read them from left to right, just like you do in a book. Okay, so I've got three pictures here. This first one is a graph of an upside down parabola. And as you kind of watch my marker here as I go starting from the left and I follow the graph, it increases, then it hits this point. I've drawn a dashed line to separate. This is the change point, and now from this point forward it's going to be decreasing as I move to the right. Well, we're moving left to right, so we're going to reference the x-axis because that's the one that goes from left to right. So we would say this first segment until we got up to that dashed line is going to be an increasing, right? As we moved our pen, we went up. Way back here is negative infinity, and then it increases until we hit that dashed line, which is at -1. So I've written down here that I'm increasing from negative infinity to -1. Then after I get past that line, it starts decreasing, so from 1 to positive infinity, which is all the way as far as we can go to the right, we'd actually be decreasing. And one thing to notice is that on increase and decrease, we never include the endpoint, so we're always going to be using parentheses with our intervals. Okay, here we've got an absolute value function graphed. And in this case, as I first start from the left and follow the graph, it's decreasing, 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 and then I hit this point where it's going to change. So I'm going to draw myself a vertical line there where it's changing. All right, and then it starts increasing. So once again, we start way back here on the x-axis because we read left to right, negative infinity up to, where do we run into the line? 2. Okay, so this section we would describe as decreasing, and then from 2 to positive infinity, it would be increasing. All right, now this last one is just a straight horizontal line, and it's not increasing or decreasing. It's what we would call constant. And so it's from negative infinity to infinity, it would be constant. So like I said, they're very intuitive definitions.